2 weeks ago, I watched Logan Paul's movie entitled Flat Earth to the Edge and Back. It did many things poorly, but it did mock the Flat Earthers, which is one thing, I suppose. Now, I asked my subscribers if I should do a full review of said movie, and over 11,000 of you voted, to which 80% said yes, I should do a movie review. So I guess this is me doing a movie review on Logan Paul's Flat Earth movie. Hello all and welcome to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. So, the movie review. It was shit. Okay, I guess I need to explain myself a little bit. As I said before, the whole thing was obviously a setup from the start. You only need to look at this scene from the opening 10 minutes to know that.
That was the first time that I saw it in person.
What did you see?
That was the first time I saw the edge of the earth. When me and my sister, kind of approached the side and looked over, it was just basically stardust, the cosmos. Just stars as far as the eye could see. I mean, just stunning. And that was the first time, that I really got an understanding. We've been lied to. We've been lied to.
And this one was a bit of a giveaway too.
Holy shit.
I cannot believe this.
After witnessing my good friend Mike, someone who I've known for years, professional, corporate, level-headed Mike, go on an unprovoked 4 a.m. globe-smashing rampage, it finally hit me like a pile of Pangean rocks. Mike is a flat earther.
As you can see, it was ridicule from the start. And the film continued on the same vein, mocking the flat earthers at every opportunity. And that was about the only good thing about it. Well, that and the production values, they were pretty neat. But what about the bad things? The actual acting was poor.
Run away with me.
What do you mean, like right now?
Come to Australia with me and we explore the flat earth from there.
Are you joking?
I'm not kidding. We can go to the edge. We can see what everything Mike has told you and more.
Casey.
The scenes were scripted, of course, but they didn't need to make it obviously so.
This is security footage of an actual conversation that took place at 10 p.m.
Hey, did you think about what I said to you all the other day? The whole, when the Earth docking around, I mentioned it, when we're shooting that far.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't thought about that, because that's the dumbest thing I've heard in my life.
The writing was poor.
She's not like these other girls, bro. She's smart and she's genuine and she's hot. She's not becoming a flat earther.
The jokes were poor.
This is my shrine. All things flat earth.
Logan Paul came across as having the maturity of a 12-year-old. And I could go on. I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't really like it. At best, it shows the flat earth community in a humorous light. But at its worst, it could possibly allow people to sympathise with them at how badly they got roasted. And that's my main issue. What if the people on the fence, those that haven't decided yet, were put out so much by the manner in how he made and filmed this documentary that they joined the dark side? So I'm not going to talk anymore about the film itself, but I have found something a little bit more interesting. And that involves the Flat Earth Conference organiser, Robbie Davidson. He was the guy that set up the whole Logan Paul thing. Now Robbie runs the Celebrate Truth channel. We've looked at them before. Anyone remember this?
As we'll continue on with this video, you're going to see non-stop propaganda when it comes to super Earths. Who would want to live on Earth when you can live on a super Earth?
That was Robbie talking there as he spouted absolute nonsense. Now Robbie had the whole Flat Earth community licking his feet before the conference because he stated that he had an A-list celebrity that was going to announce himself as a flat earther to the world. The conference came round and this happened.
And it seemed like someone was on a journey. He had been looking into this. He was open-minded. He was willing to put his name out there and say, hey man, I want to come, I want to learn. So it's with great pleasure that I'm going to introduce Logan Paul.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, everyone.
And from that moment forward, Robbie was on cloud nine because he knew that Logan Paul was going to make a documentary about his conference. Then the trailer dropped and Robbie made a video.
Hey, it's Celebrate Truth. I'm Robbie Davidson, and guess what? Logan Paul is freaking people out. That's right. The mainstream is going crazy. If you're not in the know, Logan Paul is about to release his Flat Earth documentary on March 20th, 2019. He just came out with a trailer. We're going to get into that and a whole lot more, so stay tuned.
Oh, listen to the optimism in his voice, like he thinks it's going to be good for Flat Earth. Oh, bless him.
That's right. Logan Paul is in the news like crazy. And again, they are using this as so much damage control. It's unbelievable. I wanted to do a quick live stream, especially with The Verge, with their latest article. I'm telling you, they are in so much damage control. It actually is a little scary, to tell you the truth.
I don't think it was damage control. I think it was, let's all make sure that everyone sees the absolute spanking that Flat Earth is about to get. Pretty much everyone outside of Flat Earth saw what was going to happen. And even your own Mark Sargent realised, and he left the conference when he found out who the celebrity was. The rest of you lapped it up like it was a Globebusters video.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Not now, Bob, but yeah, thanks, anyway.
Because the words they're using and what they're saying is, it should be alarming to most people when you actually understand exactly what they're trying to do. Now, again, if people aren't familiar, they've been moving really, really swiftly to, suppress all of the views when it comes to YouTube and the algorithms. And it's getting a little crazy. I'll tell you one thing. It's like, if you haven't been following exactly what's going on, you definitely have to stay tuned and find out exactly what's happening, because they are in massive damage control.
Well, what's happened is that YouTube are no longer recommending channels that are publishing absolute gibberish. That is sensible. That is what a responsible company should do.
Now, a lot of people are skeptical and they think, well, what's Logan Paul going to do? He just released his trailer. We're going to watch a clip of that if you haven't seen that. And I'll let you guys kind of decide what you think of it.
You will see shortly that the trailer cleverly makes it look like Logan is going to come out as a flat earther. It hides all the mockery very well.
But let me just tell you one thing. He's getting a lot of hate already just with the trailer. If you actually go to his page, and I will have a link in the description, you will see that there's a lot of people, with the same remarks. But what's most alarming is the damage control and how they're using words like dangerous. And we're going to read this article because there's a lot of stuff here that I think we have to unpack and understand exactly what's going on. Because when they're starting to bring Shane Dawson and Logan Paul into the mix and saying, look, this is really dangerous in what they're doing, this is an absolute suppression of free speech.
I don't have a problem with free speech. You can say whatever you want. But I have that right too. And rest assured, I'll be sat here waiting in this chair to tell all you flat earthers that you are talking absolute horseshite.
And you're going to even see with the comments, it's unbelievable what people are actually even saying about Logan Paul's trailer, and even touching on these conspiracy theories and getting a lot of people kind of sucked in to this misinformation is what they call it. And as we're going to see, what are they so afraid of? Again, most of the comments are like, this is the stupidest thing we've ever heard of. There's no way this is real. What are they so afraid of? Well, here's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of the truth.
Why would people be afraid of learning that the Earth is spherical? Not following you on that one, Robbie.
And there's the powers that should not be are behind the scenes, definitely putting pressure on the social media giants such as YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and we're going to see crackdowns happening more and more. And I think 2019 has been a really staggering year as far as how fast they're moving in the search results. I've done videos on this on my channel as far as suppressing searches. If you do a search for Flat Earth, you find nothing but junk.
Let's test this. I popped Flat Earth into the search bar of YouTube, and I got this. Oh dear, Robbie. Referring to your own channel as junk? Are we finally starting to come round?
And whether you think it's a mockery, whether you think it's a good piece, the reality is this, that he's touching on a subject. I had I was with Logan Paul when he was at the conference, and I do know that he was like, listen, man, no one's going to tell me what I can and can't do videos on. So, he's trying to go against the grain. And I'll say one thing, that, bravo to him, because if all of a sudden YouTube is cracking down and he might, lose some features on his channel, or, something might happen, he's willing to take that risk.
Oh, I don't think there's any risk, Robbie.
But anyways, let's go into the trailer real quick, because if you haven't seen it, I want to play it real quick for you, and then we are definitely going to get into the article, because I think you're going to be really surprised when it comes to what we're going to find out here. Let's go to the trailer here, and let's have a watch.
Conspiracy theories. We've all heard them.
Global warming, it's a hoax.
Who killed John F. Kennedy?
But even crazier, people that actually believe them.
I'm gonna say this as a friend. Do you think the Earth is flat?
The Earth is flat. Believe the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. Satan's greatest lie. Destruction. The world that we're living in has been misdescribed.
What shape is the Earth?
Flat. Think that the Earth's flat, because if it wasn't flat, then we would all be falling off of it.
It gives me great pleasure to announce for the 2018 Third Flat Earth International Conference, this many people can start questioning the reality. The truth sets you free. The truth sets you free.
The evidence they presented that they did go to space is nonsense.
Do you acknowledge that other planets are round?
I don't acknowledge that other planets are planets.
People could think that it's round is because the shape of your eye is round.
We don't have toilet water flying out on people in Australia because of gravity.
When you're taught that you just came from nothing, because the scientific narrative is nothing exploded and created everything. And we're crazy?
I didn't know any of this stuff before I came here, and
You're still learning.
The truth sets you free.
I can teach you some things.
It's tough because you've been told something your whole life and you've been a certain way, right?
Stop becoming a flat earther!
I'm not saying I am.
Man, Robbie, I just don't know what to believe anymore.
The truth sets you free. The truth sets you free. The truth sets you free. The truth sets you free.
My name is Logan Paul, and I think I'm coming out of the flat earth closet.
And we are being set free.
Now that was the trailer in full, and you can see how it has Robbie Davidson and co drooling at the prospect of its release. Let's see what he thinks about it.
So it's coming March 20th. So remember that date, because I think it's going to be a big anticipation leading up to that date as far as his documentary. I know that he's put a lot of work into it. And again, I really don't know exactly, where it's going to be at. But what I can say is I personally believe that Logan will leave it open-ended.
This clip is from the end of the movie.
So now that it's all over, do you think the Earth is flat?
No, I don't think the Earth is flat. I think that's the dumbest shit I've heard in my life.
Quite conclusive, if you ask me. So there we go. I don't think at the moment it can get much worse for Flat Earth. First, a documentary where their heroes, their own heroes, prove the globe.
A 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Better timing, Bob, thanks. And then an absolute roasting from Logan Paul. What could possibly come next? Well, that wraps up another Flat Earth Friday, and what a Friday it has been. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do like and subscribe. As ever, I have been Simon Dan. Have yourselves a brilliant weekend. Have a little bet at Aintree on the Grand National, And I will see you all on Sunday night for the final live astronomy session. Until then.